sinks for cleaning. You're gonna have to clean that glass. Also pull these nails. Got the foam cleaner. Got the nail puller. So on your flat bar, you got this like little nail puller slot, which works really good for finishing nails. I just use my hammer as leverage. All this old paint. Well, the good thing is we got all these paint marks to put everything back exactly where it was to try to hide it. That's good. I gotta pull these ones here. That there. I used looks like it's a 16 gauge nail for this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this one done. Move this up. This is interesting because everything's kind of in the way. This tape is actually not too bad. I'm gonna actually move this stuff around. And this way, I could this glass. This is number 2. Just gonna, so we got 58. Just gonna write that down here. Because when we router out the track, I want to router out the track in the right way. This one's number 1. And that one is 60. That one's gonna go behind the barbecue. I should have. I did actually. Oh, number 2 is the last one I wrote. Because I'm gonna go boom, boom, and then put that one in as I'm leaving. That's the plan. And this one's 58. You can always wash that off, that's why I'm writing on it. So I find a lot of stuff in life, which is quite amazing, that I have this gift to find stuff. Like this bench I found on the highway. I was driving by, I was like, oh shit, somebody lost the bench. And I had a bench like this, and somebody tried to take it, it was frozen in the ground, they ripped the leg off. And it was funny, when I'm looking at it, I'm going, it's funny how life just returns what you've lost. If you're paying attention, right? So, that's where we were with that. I'm happy to have my newfound bench. So number 1 is the biggest sheet of glass, so I gotta move this barbecue out of the way. Which we're going to just do the this thing is heavy. I'm just gonna get this just right the hell out of the way. We don't need it there. And now it's the new camera stand for what we're doing. Wow, that's not being held by anyone. I should pay attention. Literally leaning on this and it's collapsing. Alright. It's because I cut those nails, that's why. This wood turned out so nice. Let's see if we can get this ripped apart. Brought the crowbar this time. This should make life a little easier. Let's try for this one first. Alright, now I should cut that railing and the bottom piece. I'm gonna go grab the sample that I made so that this glass slides in, and I want to see if it's gonna slide in nicely or not. All right. Let's go grab that. This is a sample that I routed. Oh, perfect. Ow. Fits nice. Fits so perfect. Yeah. Can't fit any more perfect than that. I even brought a nice little scraper so we can clean it's on the other side. So then once we wipe it down, it's gonna turn out pretty good. All right, so first piece of glass is 60 and the next two are 58. So I'm gonna have to router those out. I brought a table. Don't know. Gotta router those out, put in the bottom piece, and cut the difference. Go down the ladder, up the ladder, down the ladder. Ugh. Go to fire and fall, home, home, home. A little windy. No! Oh my God. That would have been shitty. I didn't have enough time to get back up there to grab that, but. You don't always think of everything, right? Alright, so I'm going to move all this wood. Let's do that now. Thank God that glass fell flat like that. I don't think it would have survived if it fell any other way. So I'm literally just laying this out because I want to kind of see what I'm going to use for what. I figured these two would look really good beside each other. Let's see how they match. Like, just look at all that beautiful wood. That's pretty amazing too. This one's got a really nice tiger stripe. But I feel like these two will go good. If you can envision, this one's behind the barbecue, and this one will just kind of connect everything. Or I can go like this. So you see that railing up there that's still intact? So that piece goes there. And maybe we could do this piece kind of. That I actually think is going to look way better. You see, so this one goes there. That one goes where the ladder is. So I was originally thinking of doing it like this, behind the barbecue. But when I said that to myself just a few seconds ago, so like say the barbecue's up behind there, that these would be the first thing you see when you walk through the door. But the interesting thing is, it's going to be behind the barbecue, so you're not going to see it as much. So maybe I should do it like that. So that way when you walk out the deck, it looks like this is one piece of wood. You see that? So you're going to walk out, and the first thing you're going to see is this gorgeous wood. Right? Grease Monkey, bro. How you doing? Love and life, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not sure if I should go. That's why I have 4 pieces. I don't need all these pieces. But behind the barbecue, maybe like that. Or this one's got some really nice grain to it. I kind of like this one. I could also do this one behind the barbecue. Like that. I think this one's too light. Too much color. See, look at this one's got really nice tiger stripe there. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, I think that's how we set it up right there. Out the door, you see these two, and behind the barbecue, there's that. So you're gonna see those two, bam, bam, and then barbecue back there. It's gonna be that, and that blends in. I want the tiger stripe to be inside though. Like, this could almost match more if I turn it around. Still looks good no matter what you do. But let's just, that one pops way more. That looks nice. Subtle. It's subtle. You know what? That blends better with the other two pieces, I have to say. On that edge. This edge, it just looks too extreme. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. That's gonna be it. It's all part of the plan, right? You gotta plan it out. And so then we got these other pieces of wood that are all equally gorgeous, right? And they all have some kind of value that they're gonna show. So we need one for the bottom and we need one for the sides. I think, I don't know, that looks really nice right there at the bottom, right? Because you're always gonna see the bottom. I could put one of these lighter ones up top underneath the railing. You're not gonna see it as much. But this one kind of blends, you know? Oh, it looks even nicer on that side. This side or that side? That side looks good. Right? And then we got, like, there's obviously a lot more than we need, because you always want more than less. So you know more or less. I think this one will actually work really nicely as a bottom piece for this one. This one should be upright. So the pieces that go in between, like that one that goes up underneath, I'll use this as an upright. Just because it's a nice piece of wood. So one of these I have to like carve a line through, and I think that's the one there. And that one's pretty light. This could be an underneath piece. I don't know. This one should definitely be an underneath piece. So I'm basically laying everything out so I know this will be an underneath piece behind the barbecue there. So I know what I'm using for what. This should be a underneath piece. This one's pretty nice too. Okay, because I only have so much wood. Like, how much of a contrast is this going to be underneath that? The only way to know that is to actually just put it underneath and see how that, if you can see how that looks, you'll know. Yeah, that'll look good like that. So all the ones that are on this side are what we're going to use to kind of like highlight the beauty of the wood, the deck. And then the ones we're going to use to hide that are still nice pieces of wood. They're just not as profound, you know? Well, this one's beautiful too. This one should be uprights because it's nice. It's what I'm dealing with right now, is figuring that out. I should probably move the table closer to where I'm working. As I figure this out, we got top, bottom, or top. I'm going to make this the side, top, bottom. Bottom through here. Right. This one's an underneath piece. Top, underneath, bottom, and sides. Both sides. I think that should be sides. This should be bottom. yeah. Yeah. So right now, this is the one that just came off the deck. Get that ready on the saw. Now we pretty much got everything figured out with roughly about 3 pieces left. Let's get our saws all ready to go. Just making it a hair bigger. Just a hair. I should double check the ends though. Looks nice and square. Just gotta make sure everything's 100%. That way we're not screwing. We're not screwing with the squareness of everything. by a little bit. Alright, now the bottom part of that can be this guy. Double check. Underneath. Well, it's glad I noticed that now. Now it's square. Good thing those are a little bit long. Bevel's locked. Has like a slight canter to it. Check this out. When I cut them, that bevel was moved, so it's a little off. Look, I can show you with the square. See how it's just slightly off, which is fine. I could still fix that. No big deal. Let's throw you guys in this bigger stand so you're not just on the ground. Just like that. So I always cut it a little bit bigger. touch bigger, which is good. Gives me room to play. Oh, water. Okay. Now, I'm gonna run back up there real quick. All right, Grease Monkey. Thank you, brother. 67.5. That's gonna be, wait, I already. We'll just cut this. Sorry. Make sure I get the right cut. I'm just using this piece as my piece to make sure. This is where things get interesting. So windy all of a sudden. Oh, it's just not big enough. Big one is good enough. I got my router all set up so that we can just be in the center of this. I'm just checking. Checking to make sure everything's gonna be like clockwork. This is a block of wood I already routed out. I can adjust. that should fit the glass. We'll see how that fits. I need to bring my little note. Alright, so we got that ripped. What do we got here? The weather looks good there today, yeah. Yeah, Grease Monkey, it's beautiful, but it's getting windy. They call for rain. So, the wood we just routed worked out amazing. But I'm going to stop the live because I'm going to take a minute to grab something to eat, and I'll be right back. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for sharing. You guys are awesome.